the same sense, Tasha needs that because he can see through Tasha. Everybody can see through Tasha except Tasha, but Tasha has a good job of keeping it together and making those plays, making those good power plays. But
I'm gonna go back and see something.
mm-hmm.
Remember the dude that Angela was sleeping with? That
his name's Steven or something? Or
something like that.
Yeah.
That worked for the Jimenez.
Yeah.
But he also worked for the Justice Department in what, DC?
Yeah.
Now we know Kanan went back and forth from DC, right?
I think I gotta go back. Sheesh.
Now, that dude was at Angela's funeral and said, "You better make sure that so and so is able to testify." I think it was Andre. Right? Now Andre is not able to testify, and so I think Q is more of a higher up or a different agency investigating everyone involved and understanding that the weak point or the blind spot is Tasha.
She is,
and honestly, and it might be, we don't know when Terry disappeared for that time and then reappeared and then got killed. We don't know what Terry did. I'm under the impression that Terry Silver
snitched on Ghost.
No, I think he teamed up with his connects in Washington. That Q might be involved in that. Think about it. Why Tasha? How would you know Tasha's the spot?
And why you keep coming back?
Exactly. Terry saw enough. He's a lawyer. He saw enough to see that Tasha. You can press Tasha for information because she's lonely. And when someone is lonely,
they want dick.
Straight up.
Okay. I like that. Now I like that because
so I think because think about it. If you look at all the scenes, it seems like he's pressing her for information, saying things like,
"You asked that to you?
I know it's not you. It has to be your ex-husband."
Yeah.
Come on, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Y'all ain't smart.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Y'all ain't moving.
There is
because we called it last week.
We did.
So the week before last. We called it.
The real ones know. When you're talking to a woman, you don't give a fuck about another nigga, bro.
Yeah.
You really don't. You don't really talk about another dude.
And it's not really that smart to try to use like her feelings about this dude as leverage because she's gonna think about that even when she fucking you, especially if you want the future. Yeah. If you don't want the future, you just want her to keep using you as a vice while you getting what you want.
The first time he came around was when she opened that business. How did someone who had a former connection with a drug dealer ended up getting this business? The second time he comes around was when after the raid.
Yeah.
Like when they're like raiding her place and all that. He's like, "I heard what happened." Heard from who? I don't know you. Heard from who? That's when you take the toolie out.
You think maybe he sent that drug dealer to extort her? Nah.
I think that was definitely just a neighborhood thing. Because that was her realizing, see, there's the thing. Being Ghost's wife, she focused on all the cons, but there was pros. Yeah. Like somebody like the random drug dealer dude, the random drug dealer dude represented, this is what life without Ghost is going to look like.
Yeah.
This is what that's like.
But Tasha always knows how to create a proposition and get leverage because that's what her killing Lakeisha was the right thing to do. Yo, listen, here's the thing, when you sign your name on that paper, the thing about it is, even if you don't testify, even if you don't give a full statement or whatever, when you make that turn, because the thing is, the rules is you supposed to just be straight up, period. I don't got nothing to say. No, take me to jail. Unfortunately, take my son. I figured out. Like, that's the rules. I'm not justifying saying was right or wrong, but that's the rules. When she decided to get her son back, when she justified it to Tasha, and then when she signed her name and even planned to run away, a snitch is a snitch.
Okay, all right, so check this out. Who taught Tasha?
Ghost.
Tommy is not a good teacher. At all. He knows this. Ghost taught Tasha. If Tasha really cared about Lakeisha,
Was Tommy
she would have
teaching
told her. No. She
Okay.
would have taught her friend. It's the same way she's teaching. She may not approve of what Tariq is doing, but she's teaching Tariq to do it right. She could have been taught Lakeisha this. This is something that has been constant. She didn't like the difference in power dynamics.
So you know what it is?
Because it was a
Okay,
conditional
okay.
friendship. She only liked Lakeisha around because it made her feel better to flex on Lakeisha. It's exactly what Lakeisha was mad about Tasha about was right. It was correct. That's why the whole time, everything she was going through, she could have the entire time helped Lakeisha out. Tommy even asked her, can you teach her? You can show her better than I can.
So you know,
But
it's
she's
like,
not going to do that because she don't want Lakeisha to ever feel like she's in a better position than her.
So it's kind of like that. If you've seen New Jack City, the dynamic between G Money and Nino.
Yeah.
So where like G Money really loved Nino and do anything for him, but Nino's attitude and the way he positioned certain people,
Yeah.
because even though G Money was a lot of the brain or a lot of the intuition, you still had to deal with Nino's ego. So when everything came crumbling, and G Money wanted to make his own situation to save himself, that eventually got him killed.
Big facts.
So, and then I mean, even though G Money didn't snitch, essentially the person he made the side deal with being selfish was a cop, and then that fucked the whole situation up.
Right.
But just to kind of have the spin on this is that essentially, like you said, Lakeisha's always going to save herself, and she's going to realize she's going to be a void. She was the void for Tommy, a better void than Kate, a better void than, of course, for Holly. So she's going to play that role, and a son to be there
Right.
for Cash. So she's at that point where that leverage. She already had the leverage over Tasha, because Tasha did with all this bullshit. Raina dead, Yas don't come out the room, and Tariq is out here being ghost, and her and Cash just getting
And
just
you want to
the
know
shit
what's
handed
funny?
to
You
'em.
want to know what's funny? Lakeisha always been a good friend, and
Hell
Lakeisha
yeah, man.
would never have flexed on Tasha.
No way.
She never would have,
The way
because
Tasha
if
would.
Lakeisha was really a bad friend like Tasha likes to claim, Lakeisha wouldn't have been there for her when Raina died. You forget that while Lakeisha helped cover for Tasha and Tariq when all that went down.
Yeah, and she gave Tasha hella chances.
Yeah, and then she was her alibi afterwards in court. And then afterwards, now you're gonna go off on Lakeisha for what? You can't teach her? Now she's in it. You know Tommy's not a good teacher. You know that you wouldn't have stood a chance if it wasn't for Ghost. So why are you not helping her?
Yeah, very true.
She only ended up in this situation. She's a mom like you. You have been approached by the police, who will leverage the kids on you like they did with Lakeisha. So why didn't you help Lakeisha? She's a terrible friend. Please, women out there, please do not peep those friends and cut them out of your life. The Tasha friends are not your friends.
If you got a friend that quote unquote got more than you, and a lot of y'all, I don't know, just watch people that give you shit too. Watch people that give you shit and their position on giving you shit. I used to have people that was real friends that used to brag to other friends about giving me shit. Wow.
Man,
When I give you shit, that's between that's regular. So it's like, fuck it.
talk about it.
So all right, okay, all right. So let's. Is it time to unpack Ghost? Did we miss anybody? Dre,
Hold on.
what's up, Dre?
Didn't I tell you Dre was about to start moving? Unleashed. He didn't waste no time. As soon as they took that off, he was like, deuces.
Dre got
Slid out.
Dre lawyers got Jason killed.
Man.
Damn, yo,
Bro.
I'm just really
No,
tired.
he didn't get Jason killed.
Nah, I know he did.
He got no, he's about to get Tommy murked though. Because all his premiers think he snitched. So Tommy burnt on the streets.
You know what this mean, right?
What?
Ghost and Tommy gonna need each other again. Cause it's Ghost against the world right
Bruh,
now.
you want to
And
know?
I love this.
Yo, you
I
want to know what
love
they're
it,
gonna
yo.
come to realize? Ghost and Tommy, like they're making us go through this, but Ghost and Tommy are gonna be alive at the end of this.
Yeah, man.
The moral of the
Everybody's
story
like,
is that monsters don't get a happy ending.
yeah.
They're monsters. They're monsters.
Yeah.
And everyone around them, everyone they've come in contact with, they've only poisoned.
A lot of times monsters don't die. They essentially go back to where they came from.
It's like, yeah, you want to come at Tasha, but look, Ghost said something important to Tariq. He was like, when I got into it, that's all I had. I thought I thought that was the only decision I had to
and
had
his
in front of me.
father tried to get him to turn
Exactly. But the difference is that Tariq has options.
Yeah, he
but
always said that.
But the thing that Ghost has been the most successful with is drug dealing. Everything else, and I feel like the nightclub business would have definitely popped off for him.
Well, no, when you think about it, I just think he went far in drug dealing, but what he did with Truth put him in the position to go fuck with Tate, to be in that position. Because drug dealing bought him a lot of. Drug dealing took his daughter away, not Truth.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, drug dealing got him arrested at Truth, not Truth.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that his nightclub is called Truth, and that represents
another irony.
His straight life. That just means the Ghost persona, everything in that was a lie. Everything. All he does is lie to people.
And is he lying to survive?
He's lying because that's what he's good at. The one thing Ghost is good at is lying. I mean, look at Tasha by comparison. Even the fact she turned, oh my God, Lakeisha's dead. And all, I'm like, that shit was cringe worthy. The entire episode.
Tommy even was willing to squash his issues with Tariq. Like, Tommy, I'm sorry, Tommy. Tommy's gonna have a bad next episode. Next episode is the last episode of this
mid-season finale, and it's extended.
Okay, so Tommy's not gonna have a good next episode. Everybody's expecting hella shit to happen to Ghost. People do not understand. You cannot underestimate Ghost, because this dude, this is like LeBron in Game 6.
No.
Man.
What did I tell you? A ghost is not dangerous, is not terrifying until they can possess someone. He lost his power of possession over every character in the show.
You missing one.
Who?
Ramona.
Oh,
come on!
Ghost still in the game.
I told you.
And Ramona she got it.